Alright guys, Villain here back with a new Let's Play. We're going to be replaying Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, replaying the entire Ezio trilogy. However, Brotherhood is the main attraction here because it is the 10th anniversary of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and I plan on doing a retrospective on my other channel. So we're replaying it for that purpose. Just finished AC2. Yeah, despite a lot of the episodes being recorded since Thursday, they're getting uploaded just now because I was installing games on my hard drive and it was just too much for my PS4 at the time. Now, starting to have more video. Okay, wait, which one do we want? I guess we want, yeah, we want this one. To delete this one. Let's go.
I don't think anyone ever expects to wake up one morning and find themselves caught in the middle of a war between two secret organizations.
Still listening to RJP.
I know I did.
It is 12:37, so I might only do one episode today.
Better known these days
we'll
as
see.
Abstergo Industries.
See how I feel.
They're in the business of control. Politics, economics, technology. They won't stop until every single one of us serves them. Literally. Fighting against them are the Assassins, a group dedicated to safeguarding humanity's free will. I was born into the Brotherhood. A couple of weeks ago, the Templars found me. They took me prisoner, strapped me into a machine they built and put me to work. It's called an Animus. That's where I spent most of my time. Exploring the memories of my ancestors, discovering entire lives locked deep inside my DNA. First, I revisited the life of Altair ibn La'ahad, an assassin from the Crusades. The Templars wanted the location of something known as a Piece of Eden, an ancient artifact capable of bending people to their will. Once the Templars had what they decided my usefulness
Downloading
had come
stuff,
to an end.
it is starting to narrow down a bit. I mean, really, it's a lot of bigger stuff now, but I mean, like, it's down to less items, so because that my PS4 seems to be having an easier time now. It has been able to upload videos where previously it wouldn't even start to upload, which was really annoying. So, as of right now, episode 9 just updated. There are 19 episodes of AC2 Let's Play, so yeah, this might still take a while, but hopefully by tomorrow morning they'll all be up, and we can just continue on as normal. We'll see. The plan is to have Brotherhood here done by Wednesday, because really ideally I would be able to rate through retrospective on Wednesday night, afternoon to night, and then record it Friday morning. That's the ideal scenario, so that's what I'm going to try to do. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not really too bothered by it, but I want to at least try to do that. And I want to have it recorded on Friday morning so I could spend Friday editing it. That way, by the end of this week, I'm essentially going to be done with what I can do for this entire year for my other channel of this one.
How did you find it?
Like what? It's so dumb that they changed the dialogue.
But that's like maybe an in for him there. He's also been trying to talk to Tyler and Cody, but likely we're just gonna see Kaser kind of sit there and flounder for a little while. It will take a little while, and then he'll become the greatest player of all time and win the game. Yeah.
Chris, do you think that Kaser will go out back to back with Janelle?
It's not impossible, but I don't think it's necessarily the most likely outcome unless, I guess, a very few specific HOHs would be like, let's just take care of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the thing that could save Kaser is that Devon is currently kind of like skyrocketing up the hit list, but you know, he's just gonna be sitting there for, like, I could see Devon being targeted, I could see Danny or Tyler being targeted, and then Kaser has a chance just to slide in somewhere, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for him.
Who is Desmond?
He will simply win HOH on Thursday, okay?
Don't understand.
Do we have any
Please
idea
wait.
what Kaser would do?
There's so many questions.
I think as of right now, he would just go straight for Cody and Tyler, or something along those lines. Like, he would just go, I mean, That's what Janelle was saying, that she would want to take out the floaters. She was like,
This game still looks really good though, by the way. Like, and the thing is, like, it doesn't even look that much better than the original. Like, I mean, there's definitely like more polish. Like, you definitely tell the higher resolution and everything. But it's like, okay, look at that. It's glitching at the bottom of this thing, or whatever. I love the armor vault here too. Goddamn.
Chat, somebody's referencing nasally. Okay.
Any other big stories from the weekend, Larry? They made a comment to Nicole. Well, we don't need to relitigate it, but basically,
But these people haven't been following me.
yes,
The short version.
yeah, so they on Nicole kind of like poking fun at David and Devon as a potential showmance, that there was some flirting going on, and so she made a comment about how it took Nicole a couple tries to win the game.
Better in the hands of the
and
earth
she went through a few
than in the
boys,
hands of man.
and then Nicole
Uncle.
later said,
What
she
can I
said
say?
it
We
took
sent a
couple
single
tries
man
and a
against an
couple
entire
guys
army.
there.
I was
My
worried.
feelings.
Quick,
She really punched it up.
She did.
She's a
Because I think Brotherhood looks better than Revelations.
She's
Thinking about that picture. Yeah. She's good at this.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you can't run until you go into.
I think I saw. I think Scally tweeted out being like, a couple guys, a couple tries should be the Tyler, Cody, Enzo Lions name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, Devon was telling Nicole, yeah, Bailey was pissed off at you. Devon then goes to Bailey and says, you made Nicole cry, and this tension has been building, and they
would not believe the things I have
want to
seen.
target each other.
Then
When
be sure
I
to
woke
stay
up
alive
this
that I might
morning
hear of
and
it.
saw another
I
update
expect
of Nicole
opposition.
bringing it up
And I expect
again
reports of
24
the
hours
loss of
later, I was
many lives
like,
tonight.
okay, so this is really what we're doing.
The Bay reaction to Bay telling her was probably the best part of that whole thing. She's like, so it's true, right? Like,
Yeah.
what's the deal?
Is it not true?
My question with the whole thing is any
Che
of
cosa
this
fate?
real?
Assassini!
Is
God will see you
is
pay for your
Nicole-
crimes.
I'm
You
sure part of her is
desecrated the
upset,
sanctity of
but
this
is
holy
she
place.
using
You
this
condemn what you
as
do not
a-
understand.
As a wedge to
We
then
must go,
put a
Ezio,
target
now.
on Bailey and or Devon.
He is the voice of the devil.
Personally, I think that she was
no,
taken
wait,
aback
come
because again, I really saw Devon as the main instigator here, where Devon was really telling Nicole like.
Did
she was
Rodrigo
pissed
manage to
off
hurt
at
you?
And
Barely.
Nicole's like, oh my
My
God.
armor blunted his attack.
And she's like, she's trying to protect me and all of that stuff. And she's like, well, now that you're telling me this, like that comment hurts me even more. She was like trying to hurt me, apparently. And then Devon.
I love how they're not bothered by this.
She's like, this should be squashed. But she's like, you make me
Be ready to fight.
She's super sensitive, and Bailey was just like, I don't have patience for this. And
What are you doing?
we were supposed to come together and squash it.
Saving
but
you
then
from
Annie
the
got in the middle of it. Annie riled
Not
them
bad
both
for
up.
an old man.
And now it is.
Thank God they fucking added kill streaks. Oh my God, this game would be fucking brutal.
Excellent!
Like, that's why I hate the fucking ACT combat system so much, man. It's so fucking boring.
Confrontation.
It takes forever to kill anybody.
So that's why you
Like, it takes forever to kill anybody, and there's very little actual skill to it. It's mostly just waiting a billion times for the fucking counter to actually work.
I feel like that you incorporate so much of human psychology in your reporting of the live feeds. Do you think that it is a person who has a binder of clippings of things that mean things people have said about me? Is that also a person who hates confrontation?
Yes, because she doesn't confront them about it. She just keeps the bind. She holds on to it, and she will do it. She will sneak around.
Oh fuck! What the fuck was that?
Like a thing that sneaks around a lot.
Like a thing that sneaks around.
You guys know what I'm talking about. And get rid of you without having to deal with the confrontation.
So what is more scary? Confrontation or the bidet to end them.
What the fuck is going on? Ugh. I can't tell if I'm playing this poorly or it's just the game being like really fucked up. Like I feel like it's probably just me playing it poorly, but still, it's like what the fuck is going on with my playthrough of this in AC2? Go up. Oh fuck off.
That's me. I hate you. That's. I feel like that's me. I hate you too. That's what she does with her binder.
I just one. The thing that I keep thinking of is that that okay, this awkward moment happened with with Bailey and Nicole, and then are the wheels turning? Okay, this is how I'm gonna get Bailey out of the house. That I'm gonna turn this into a whole thing. And
what the fuck are you doing, Mario?
And then ultimately I'm going to get everybody mad at Bailey for saying this thing. And then when I target Bailey, this will be the reason why she has to go.
I mean, I think that's like an internalized version of how Nicole plays the game. I don't think it's intentional. I always, often when I think about Nicole playing the game, I think about Dr. Will's speech in Big Brother, the original All-Stars, where he said, in my first season, I hated people and I worked to get them out. And in this season, I hate you all. But like, that is what Nicole does. She just like she turns on people, she hates them, and she's like, I need to get them out because they're dangerous to my game.
This decision is yours alone to make.
She gets them out, and then she's like, oh, phew, but then somebody else does something wrong. She's like, oh my god, now I'm scared of you and I hate you, and I need to get you out of my game. And then she gets them out of the game. But I don't think that she's actively like doing it. I think that's just like how her brain works in the game, that she just, anytime somebody does something that she's worried might turn into targeting her, she gets them first. And she's very sensitive, just like those lasers.
Okay, let's see if this ends up making it up to the show. Kirsten, will we see this couple of guys and a couple of tries storyline on Wednesday?
You know, if it had happened to anybody else, I would say yes, but do you think Nicole will allow production to air that footage? No way!
Yeah. Okay. Will they incorporate that as the tagline for Love Island?
You know, I think there's more than a couple guys on Love Island.
I think the problem is that Bailey didn't say it herself. So it's gonna be hard to like get the catchy line in, right?
And then Minerva talked about the sun.
Right.
She told of a disaster that occurred long ago.
Faison says, which one of these is more likely to happen first, the Tyler-Cody Civil War or the Tyler-Danny Civil War? I mean, is a Tyler-Cody Civil War even a possibility?
Maybe eventually.
Eventually.
Reduce this.
But Tyler-Danny is like already hot right now.
Okay. So hot right now. Alright. Nikki says, if Janelle goes home this week, how will Kaser do in the house without her for the first time in his 3 seasons playing Big Brother? Jason, could you give us an over-under on the number of weeks Kaser survives in the house without Janelle?
2.
I would say over 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
2.
Can he make it 2 weeks? What do you think, Kirsten?
I think if either Memphis or Tyler gets it, in the next 2 weeks, I think he's going to be definitely targeted. It depends on who gets the HOH, of course.
I'm gonna say he can make it because, again, he's going to win HOH on Thursday, and then he'll win the veto next week, and it's gonna be fine. And he's just gonna go on a run.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
2 more weeks, jury.
Look at Ezio.
I do think the important thing to watch, especially as we get to Thursday, is, okay, the safety suite is done. What is going to replace it? What fresh hell is on its way to the Big Brother house? So I think that is going to be the big question. And I don't know, Taryn, in the past, will they have potentially an endurance competition on Thursday and then have a week to sort of introduce the new thing? Because usually Julie tells us a week in advance about something new. So do you think that we should be looking at endurance potentially for Thursday?
Yes, that's what I would expect.
Or some sort of like longer competition that'll play out on the Sunday show.
I was gonna say, like, given our luck, it will probably be like the slip and slide thing. And we'll just see, Cody to dominate it, right?
I look forward to seeing it this evening.
But some form of endurance, is what I'd expect.
Okay. All right. Let's go to
We're not even 15 minutes into the game
Is
yet.
it fair to say that Memphis is the GOAT of the season at this point? Literally, no one likes him. That's not G-O-A-T, that go to the end. Jason, I think that that's a little early to say that Memphis is the easiest person to beat in
So
the
many
finals.
flowers. Your husband must
now,
be
I'd
very
probably
lucky.
give that to David, I think.
I am the lucky one. I have you here to aid
David
me.
is Tyler's.
Let me see what I can do.
For that final two, I think, for sure.
I think Tyler's
giving me the wrong
Karen,
impression.
is Memphis that disliked in the
I
house?
have no husband.
Really?
The flowers are for a party.
There.
They look at him like
Am
a
I
little
invited?
bit like
To Claudia
cranky
Auditori's
old
birthday party
grandpa
in the villa.
who is
If you are
kind of
willing to
mean
have me again,
sometimes,
I need someone with class to
you
accompany
don't
me.
really blame
What
him
makes you
that
think I have
much for
class?
being mean,
I
'cause
could
he's
tell
just
the
a
moment
cranky
I
old
saw you.
grandpa.
No one in this
And-
town walks with such
Yeah,
daring.
and they kind of
I'm
like have
certain
fun with him.
Ezio
He's also
Auditori
like
himself
much
would be
better
impressed.
and much more sociable when
What
he's
do
not
you know
HOH.
of Ezio?
People commented on
Claudia
that,
thinks
like,
the world of him.
like,
But
oh,
he
he's
rarely
super nice
visits him.
and, like, super
From what
fun
I
to have
gather,
around the first
he's
week, and then he
distant.
was a
She is
nightmare
right.
the second week,
I
and
have
now
been.
he's back to being nice again.
Oh no.
So
You?
I don't think he can't win this game,
The
especially
party
with an
was
all-star
intended to
jury
be a
that's
surprise.
gonna want to reward gameplay.
Promise
If he
you
gets
not
there,
to
he does it,
Claudia.
and does it in a
What will you do
relatively
to keep
impressive
me
way. He's
quiet?
definitely got a
I
shot.
am sure I can think of several
I'm operating
things.
under the
I'll be waiting
theory
to
that
hear them when we get
Memphis
there.
is a ghost, actually. So I don't know who can win.
Karen, was that the friends on December 16 that was very afraid of ghosts in the house?
Now about earning my silence.
I know
I have
Nicole
something
Anthony
in
was very
mind.
afraid of ghosts.
There is one
last season.
Who
condition.
was afraid of clowns?
Anything.
No,
We
birds.
must wait until tomorrow.
It
Two
pleases
things
you.
could be true.
I will not stand in your way.
It will be worth the wait,
I can't
Ezio.
remember if Nicole Franz was
Trust
afraid of
me.
ghosts.
Oh, I mean, certainly waited a long
No,
time.
you know what? I think she was. I think
Yeah.
they did that. Yeah, they did the ghost thing
The ghost thing.
in the walls and those years.
Okay. Let's
Oh.
take Janella C. Vaccine has a question. Will we ever get an accurate depiction of how miserable Franzel is on an episode of PB? Come on, Janella C. Vaccine. Leave Nasal E alone.
Janelle gave us the representation today.
Yeah.
Buongiorno.
What?
Ezio, Mario is going to murder me. I have lost his face
Wait,
at once.
you think you're not already in the
Do not
binder?
despair. I will bring it back.
God bless you, Ezio.
I took Nicole in my draft. Okay.
I would have taken
I
Nicole in the
have
draft.
respect for Nicole out.
Gotta get you out of the binder.
This is what I mean. But she's not gonna confront this. She's gonna say, no, I don't
Game.
do that podcast with that guy.
I'm pushing. Okay, thank you. To be honest, I think that's one of the only times I've forgotten that in the first try.
Yeah. It is my wife's name. Okay.
Here.
Alright.
Grazie, Ezio.
Brian
I
Johnson
can no longer
says,
keep
what
up with the
is,
horses.
why is Dave on the
Promise
back
me
door
you
option?
will
There are
enjoy
two
your
winners
good
in the
health.
house.
Do not
I know
spend
Dave
as much
Vaughn
time
has
in
been a
battle
little
as your
messy,
Uncle Mario.
But at the end
My
of the
battles
day,
have already been won.
he can beat her in any
That is
cup.
good news.
Make this make
Arrivederci,
sense,
Ezio.
please. Any other reason why Tyler is focused on Davon?
I mean, apart from the fact that she lied to him and lied about him and then was sketched out at his HOH and people have been in his ear about her, and the fact that he tried to tell David, like she tried to flip the vote on David, he tried to tell David about it and David didn't believe him. Like, there's a lot of reasons for him to be concerned about Davon. So yeah, it's hard to like blame him. There's no reason for him to be concerned about either Ian, who likes Tyler a lot, or Nicole, who likes Tyler a lot right now. And also, like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, there's winners in the house. Why aren't they
these are the
targeting
new
the winners?
cannons?
But it's like,
Yes, Signor Ezio.
you know,
May I
just-
try one?
we
Yes,
talk about
but
this a lot. Just because you won the game
Go
doesn't
on,
mean that
tell
you
me.
are inherently a
we
better
cannot seem
player
to make
than
them
people
work
who didn't win
properly,
the
and the
game,
fool
right?
who mounted them is nowhere to be
Like,
found.
I do think they're
Then
sleeping
it is
on
up to
Nicole
me to
Franzel.
find him.
We do not want to waste your
You know,
time.
it's
It is not any trouble.
Just because you won the
All
game
the
doesn't
time
mean
in
that
the
you
world
have to be
now.
targeted first.
Jason, it just seems so wild to me that if, you know, somebody I was having like a little bit of weirdness with, I feel like that rather than like, you know, really say, okay, I'm going to make that person my next target, why doesn't Tyler say, I'm going to make this person my best friend? And, you know, this is weird, I'm going to, you know, work my butt off. I got nothing else to do in this house
Salve,
except have
We
good
need you to
relationships
fix the
with
cannons
people.
on the battle.
Why did I win Davon over?
I do
Well,
not
especially
begin
with, you know,
repairs
his
before
obsession
you.
with being liked, you know, on the
You know
outside
what
world,
I
you would think he would make
I
inroads, try
make
to at least
cannon.
be
not
present for her and
close.
make sure. And there's going to
You're
come a time
busy?
where you might
Someone else will
need
fix them.
and it's not necessary at this moment to target her.
No one
so,
else will
yeah, that
touch
makes sense.
my cannons.
Want to be friends with her.
I feel like too though it's the thing where she tried to test him, and that's the type of energy that he's not gonna want to have around.
Yeah, and he, I mean, he's been talking, like, he's been trying
Oh, yeah,
to
I forgot we had
talk
to
to
walk,
Devon.
don't
He's
we?
been trying to, like, get back in there, because I think that he wants to work with her and Bailey. He does work with David and knows that David is close with them, and it would be great if all of them could work together. But he's been talking about this, like, he walks into a room and she leaves, and she gives him, like, looks, and she barely talks to him anymore. He's just like, I don't know, like, she clearly just isn't into working with me. Like, I don't know what else to do here. And so he's kind of put in this position. Now, this may change. Literally, as we speak on the feeds, Davon is reconsidering her relationship with Tyler.
What have you done?
Going to him, and I think he would be very open to it.
They were not ready for
fire.
You could have got us all
but this is definitely a relationship that if Davon is open to it, I think would be very valuable to them both.
Here's an update
Only when you
from
two
Jessica
fools are
Fisher
shooting
in the
them.
chat. On
try it.
August 9th, she got a 1-second unintentional recording on her iPhone from what
Hey,
sounds like a
something to
ghost
test the
saying,
alignment.
"My dear, it's super creepy and freaky." Kirsten, your reaction?
Well, I just don't understand how Memphis was able to leave a recording from inside the Big Brother house.
Okay,
That was my fault.
Jessica, keep us posted on the ghost on your iPhone. Creepy.
Wait,
I
what?
want
I
more
don't
information.
understand.
Also, if you're really getting bothered by a ghost, normally if you just politely ask them to stop, I guess if it's like a poltergeist or something. I don't know.
Okay. Alright, let's see if we can book Jessica right after Catfish show the next episode of The Slop, okay? Alright. Alright. Jason, anything else from the episode tonight?
Not that I can think of. Oh, there was one weird moment when Danny was talking.
One?
They were like, well, of several. They were like making like a tortilla on the floor.
What was up with that? Did he get like avocados in his HOH basket?
You have to make all your food on the floor.
That's punishment.
Someone here knows how to shoot.
Especially with all the ants in there.
Yeah, I just found that very odd.
Must go.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help.
Were they
If you hear the cannons tomorrow, do
or
not worry.
something?
We'll be
Why did
practicing
they
it.
need to make
Too
that
bad it
food?
will not do you any good.
They had,
Very funny. Now fix the second
they
cannon.
had like just enough to make like one serving.
One
They didn't want to
quesadilla.
have to share. They said we can make one quesadilla. We'll split it. It's enough for 2 of us, but if anybody else wants it, we won't have it.
Yeah. And then they have so much produce.
I have a little bit of an update.
Yes.
My phone just rang.
Is it a ghost?
No. At Keisha Catfish is now following me.
Iconic.
They're probably following you guys too.
Yes. Okay. Does Keisha Catfish have any thoughts on the season?
Oh yeah, they're following 5 people, and those 5 people are the 3 of us here.
Good.
And,
Katerina,
oh wait, no, 4 people.
to
What's
what do I
happening
owe the
here?
pleasure of your
Yeah,
presence here?
I like when things move quickly.
Yeah, no, it's the 4 of us
The
and
papal
friends.
armies
That's all
are
they're
the
following.
Okay.
Your
All
mercenaries
right.
would be
So
a
we'll
great
see
asset to my
if
cause.
Catfish
It is likely that I
Keisha
can give
has
you what
some
you seek.
updates on what's going on with the
But we will
season.
talk later.
Let's talk about what's coming up, and we're very excited to have Love Island kicks off tomorrow night. Kirsten
Machiavelli.
McInnes and Brian Scally
Stand.
already recorded the season 2
Don't
preview.
not
Kirsten, I was
think,
listening to it last night.
as any
Very
of us
pumped up
expected.
for Love Island season 2.
I entered the
Yeah, I
Vatican
feel
and
like
faced
the
Rodrigo.
preview podcast brought
The
that
house
level of
condemned stuff
chaotic
against
energy
me,
that
but I
I
defeated
didn't
it.
realize it was going to bring.
Running the
It
staff
was
and
really
the
fun.
apple,
I think
and
people
access
should at
to
least
the
check
vault.
that out. Love Island is going to be
Moving
on
painting of the goddess
6 days
Minerva
a week,
spoke.
starting on Monday.
Told of a
and
terrible
explain
tragedy to
what
befall
Love Island
mankind
is and
in
why
the future.
people
Should check it out.
But gave
So,
hope of lost
Love
temple
Island
and will
is
provide
a very
aid to
unique
humanity.
dating show. People.
Then she called out to a fan
The first
Obviously,
episode
I
is
thought
going
it
to
was
start,
fine,
and
as if you were
because
there.
of 5 women and
Standing
6
beside
men
me.
announced it's going to be the 5 women
After
either
her warning.
standing a man will come in, the women will step forward for the men they find attractive, and then that man gets to choose which woman they want to be in a couple with. They can choose someone that did not step forward for them. And so if someone already has a person, they can still step forward for other people and kind of
but her
shuffle
words
off to
proved
the Rita.
otherwise.
So there will be
Leprechaun
coupling,
died many years
recoupling,
ago.
there will be
I
challenges,
wish I could show you the
there will be
magic
a
she
ton
performed.
of public votes. We have
Who
a
is
lot of
Desmond?
power as an audience over who
Where are
goes
these
home,
temples
and we
Minerva
ultimately
spoke
get to
of?
decide who wins
not
at
know.
the end of the game,
Perhaps
and they
we must
win
search for them.
$100,000
Tell
to
me how
the
it
couple
ended
at the end.
That's not a lot of money for winning a show. I guess split that,
Promise power
50K
in return.
each.
I mean, it's
No.
better than when they had to
None
split
of
the
those
100K between like 12 people on Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah.
There's less
He
of
remained
this.
so composed.
All right, Jason,
I let him leave.
have you ever watched
The
Love
Spaniard
Island?
lives.
I have not. But I might
Once our
start this
enemies
season.
are
Okay,
dead,
check it out.
we can
Listen
speak
to
of
the
voids
podcast
and
twice a
gods
week
and
with
ancient
Kirsten
places.
and Brian Scally
should
in our
have killed
wrap-up
him.
feed, and we'll
We're
soon
sure to
have
suffer for it.
our own Love Island
not
podcast
here to
feed
debate the past.
as well. Okay.
Together,
Also,
we should
over
discuss the
the
future.
weekend, we've got new
No,
coverage
I
of
am leaving
Canada's
immediately
Drag
forever.
Race.
Ezio,
Check out our
I do not know
recap
why you
of
spent
what's
him,
going on
but I
with
trust your judgment.
Liana, Beth, and
Machiavelli
Amon.
will come
And
back.
then on the Beyond Top Chef podcast, all about Guy Fieri, okay? The real podcast, all about Guy Fieri, over on Beyond Top Chef. Hear what they're up to. Akiva Winokur and myself answered 97 questions in one podcast. Check that out in the latest edition of Rob and Akiva Need a Podcast. You can feel like you're on a long road trip with myself and Uncle Kiwi, who wanted to stop like halfway through. It's like, he said, we will be destroyed in the comments to do only half of the 97 questions. Not on my
I would
watch.
have rioted.
Yeah. So it doesn't take much to upset them, okay? All right. Hey, look, here's Memphis. He is holding his arms in victory. He was the HOH last week. He did not lose. Nicole Anthony did. Find out why with David Bloomberg and Jessica Lewis on why blank lost. Find out exactly what rules Nicole Anthony broke. And then over on the B&B, Haley Strong, I believe, was on the B&B this week to talk about week 2 of Big Brother with Mike and Liana over on the B&B. And then Taryn will be back in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. It's a lot of fun to have every week or every day, Taryn. What a way to start my day, Taryn.
Yes, if you had been following along the updates, you would have already seen a reenactment of the bidet scene, so that would have been very fun for you.
Yes, I believe a while back we got that. So then on Monday on the Slap, Matt Ligori will be co-piloting with me as we talk to Kevin Schleuber. I talked to Kevin this afternoon. He's doing great. He's excited to talk about the season. Kevin got a great update that I believe that he is 20 months since his cancer operation. He's doing great. So excited to touch base with Kevin tomorrow. Ryan Paul will join us, and we may take your calls also on the slot on Monday and on Tuesday night. The LFC Roundtable is back. Love the graffiti
I have to find Mario and rally the troops.
My men are in the courtyard.
Melissa,
I aim to lead them around back and flank our attackers.
Stay out of sight.
Thank goodness, though, that nobody is actually graffitiing walls with the LFC Roundtable image.
Thank goodness that they're not doing that, and they definitely shouldn't start doing that, because that would not be very cool to see photos of.
Could you imagine you just like walking down the street and someone's like street art somewhere where it's is that the LFC?
It's the Borgia.
Yeah.
How did we not see this?
They must have massed to the east during the night. We need to hold them off until the townspeople have escaped.
I will take care of it.
Yeah, you could choose a slightly different...
Use the cannons above the rampart.
Not in the middle
I
of
intend to lead a frontal assault.
we can work it out.
Do you
No,
have
make
I am
it
keeping it
sensible, that
safe.
exact
The
one.
Borgia must not be allowed to breach the walls
And then
until
imagine
everyone
that
is safely away.
wall of graffiti
Insieme per la
is somewhere and then
Insieme.
Cole Franzel walks by.
Uncle, be careful.
I will.
He's definitely not gonna die.
Yeah, game on, motherfucker. Yeah. Then we will have Wednesday night.
So we're gonna end here in a second. Essentially, we're just ending in the same spot I always end episode 1 of Brotherhood. We're just at the point where we get shot off the horse.
Everything we have going on in our patron Facebook community, Discord, Kirsten's got a cat that's out of control. People love that. Let's go full screen on the cat. Is that Vetus?
This is Steffi.